Oh, God willing, another Thursday we've met here live on 94.3 Focus FM. It's the 22nd of July 2010, and this is your Community Watch. Again, we transmitted to you live from the Kwamena-Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. This is your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. Today we'll be going into a number of issues that have come up here right here in the country, and of course here on the campus of the Kwamena-Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. We told today there was a debate in the University of Ghana over the review in the grading system. We'll go into details of that here on your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. The ato-kwamena-dadzie saga continues, and we discuss that here on your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. We also told the MPP UK and Ireland so they condemned the arrest and imprisonment of Nana Dankwa, arrest and detention of George Best, and the arrest and detention of ato-kwamena-dadzie. There's a press statement to that effect. We'll go into that for you here on your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. My name is ato-kwamena-dadzie. I say a very good evening and welcome to Focus 94.3. As usual, let's start off with some words of motivation from Eunice Asantua. And Eunice tells you to be yourself this evening. It's very important to be yourself in life. In your quest to please others, you end up pleasing nobody. Let people know who you are, and they will appreciate you just the way you are. You make no mockery, or you make a mockery of yourself if you decide to do things people's way. So do things your way, but be yourself and do everything as natural as it should be. This is coming from Eunice Asantua, a newscaster here at Focus 94.3. It's 24 minutes after 7. This again is your Community Watch on Focus 94.3. Up next is a news highlight segment, and David Apinga joins me up here in the studio. David, good evening.
Good evening, Atta. How are you doing?
David, I'm doing all right by God's grace. How about you too?
I'm okay.
Okay. What's happening in the news, David?
Well, in the news, the Electricity Company of Ghana has admitted that some customers on prepaid meters have experienced overpayments as a result of the new utility tariffs. And the acting director of the customer service of the ECG, Mr. Alex Osei, told the Daily Graphic that the disproportionate charges arose because in June, when the implementation of the new tariffs began, the ECG and the government had not reached an agreement on the levels of subsidy. However, he stated that those who were billed in accordance with the full increases had been credited with the extra figures because an agreement had now been reached between government and the ECG on subsidies for lifeliners or poor consumers. He said with the issue of subsidies settled between the government and the ECG, customers on prepaid meters would automatically be credited with any balance on their previous payment. So all prepaid meter users should just take it cool, and then the balances will be paid back to them. And also in politics, the National Propaganda Secretary of the ruling National Democratic Congress, Mr. Richard Kwashigan, has accused Nana Akufo-Addo of gross insincerity in his criticisms of the Mills-led government. He said the NPP flag-bearer aspirants, and particularly Nana Akufo-Addo, have persistently drawn disingenuous comparisons between the NPP's 8-year record with the 18 months record of the ruling National Democratic Congress administration, with the intent of making the NDC unpopular. However, the NPP chairman, Mr. Jacob Lamte, is certain that President Mills will not have another chance to rule the country after the 2012 elections, as he believes the opposition party NPP will win the 2012 elections.
Okay.
And also in health, the Upper East Regional Director of Ghana Health Service, Dr. John Kuku Awuna-Williams, has said it was against the rules of service for student nurses to get pregnant while in training or during their orientation.
It's interesting. What do you think?
Well, I think they being in school, they should rather.
It's supposed to be a tertiary institution, right?
Yes, but you know, getting pregnant and all that, it might distract you a little. So I think being in school, you have to just focus and then try to finish your course before thinking about babies. And then another unfortunate incident which occurred last time. An 18-year-old woman, Mary Obosu, is suspected to have committed suicide by burning herself on her bed at Apam on Tuesday. And after ato-Dadze's incident, another media man, that's the editor of the state-owned newspaper Ghanaian Times, has been asked to report to the Criminal Investigations Department headquarters of the Ghana Police Service today for allegedly spreading false news to cause fear and alarm. Now, according to the police, they are saying that Animal Ashon, who on Wednesday's front page story titled that he published a story titled "Robbers Occupy 5 Police Buildings." The director of public relations of the police, DSP Kwesi Ofori, told newsmen that the story is false and intended to denigrate the service. He said the content of the story failed to give credence to its headline, and this amounts to false information. Now, trying to create fear in that environment, and the story has nothing good to tell about the police. Meanwhile, the editor of the Ghanaian Times, Animal Ashon, has said that he has not received any formal letter from the police inviting him as at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. He, however, expressed surprise at the way the police administration is treating the issue. And Mr. Afil Mani, Vice President of the Ghana Journalists Association, also added his voice and said that the law on spreading false news to cause fear and alarm has attracted condemnation from civil society groups and press freedom advocates after police on Monday said they were slapping the charge on the acting news editor of Joy FM, and some have called for its repeal. Still in politics, the New Patriotic Party plans to resolve disputes in some constituencies before August 7 presidential primary, and there's a court injunction on both polling station executives and constituency executives in Bantama, Subin and Obuasi constituencies in the Ashanti region. Now, the Ashanti Regional Executive Committee have therefore taken measures to resolve the disputes in the affected constituency to pave way for delegates in the constituencies to participate in the August 7th presidential primary of the NPP. And the regional secretary of the NPP, Mr. Samuel Pine, made this known in an interview with the press, and he further stated that except the disputes and court cases are settled, delegates from these constituencies cannot vote in the primary. The
MPP is going for Congress on the 7th of August. Well, I've chanced on a poll at a website, pcfmonline.com, and I don't know which of the aspiring presidential hopefuls of the NPP do you think is going to make it? Because we have a list of 5 people: Professor Kwamena-Dadzie, Honorable Isaac Osei, Lawyer John Kwame-Kudua, Alan Chemanting, and then Nana Akufo-Addo. Which of them do you think is likely to go through?
Well, I think Nana is likely to go through, considering the fact that in his contest against President Mills, you could see that it was a very close call. President Mills won by just a slim margin, and him being there already, I think he has the experience. He's been there. He has some knowledge about certain things, and I think they presenting Nanado will give him a better chance against the NDC than any other presidential candidate.
Okay. Okay, so according to the polls here, 45.72% think that Nanado will pull through, and then 44.62% think that Mr. Alan Chemanting will pull through. The others were shared between Professor Kwamena-Dadzie, Honorable Isaac Osei, got as low as 1.10%, and then Lawyer John Kwame-Kudua had only 0.43%. Anyway, you can join us here via 1406. You type F, leave a space, and follow your message. The following are the list of aspirants for the position of presidential hopefuls for the NPP come August 7th. Professor Kwamena-Dadzie, Honorable Isaac Osei, Lawyer John Kwame-Kudua, Mr. Alan Chemanting, and then Nana Akufo-Addo. Which of them